Hello students, and welcome to Module 3. This is the role of the Advanced Population Health Nurse in Genetics and Genomics. Genetics and Genomics is another competency that you all need to be familiar with as far as an Advanced Population Health Nurse. And so we're going to be working on an assignment through this module regarding genetics and genomics. This is always a really interesting assignment that students tend to really like. When you look through here, there's going to be several websites that you can go to, and if you can't open up these the websites from the link, which the link should be live, but if you can, if you have trouble with that, then please just copy and paste the link into your browser so you can go to it. But what you need to do first is you need to review the PowerPoint that you see here first. It's the Family History Principles, and I have opened that here. It's the Medical Family History Tools for Your Practice, and this is a National Coalition PowerPoint. Part of this PowerPoint, you'll understand it more, but some of the questions come from the PowerPoint. We'll look again at that in just a minute, but look through that. Then go to this National Human Genome Research Institute website. Look through there in the resources to there's a link to that also in the resources to enhance learning. But this is a really good website. This would be something like if you're working with patients out in a population and they're concerned about something going on genetically in their family, then this is an excellent website. Then there is, the third thing is this website here. It has a lecture on it from Dr. Calzone, and the name of the lecture is Integration of Genomics into Nursing Practice. This is a really good lecture just for you to watch and see the different role of genetics and genomics in nursing, in advanced population health nursing or any advanced practice role. And then lastly, there are guides and tools for the 6 common diseases that's found on this website here. This is actually a website addition to the second one that we looked at here, the National Human Genome Research Institute. But go to that and you can look through that as well. So for the assignment for this chapter or this module, I don't know why I keep saying chapter, but for this module, you're going to go to the PowerPoint that I showed you just a moment ago, and you're going to go to certain slide numbers. There are 2 cases, and you'll just choose one of them. They're linked here. So there's a genetic case that deals with heart disease. There's a genetic case that deals with cancer. And so whichever one you're interested in, if you're interested in cancer, choose the study 1. If you're interested in heart disease and genetics, choose study 2. But when you choose that, then it's going to tell you some certain slides to go through, and you're going to answer questions looking at certain slides. So let me just go to the heart disease one here while we're looking at this. So what you're going to see is it gives you a series of questions. So you're talking about Toby's family, and those are going to be on those slides from slide 59 through 63. And what you're going to do first is you're going to identify specific relatives. It says name and relationship, but I think on the slides it's something like the aunt or, and so that is the name and relationship basically. I don't think they give you like Aunt Polly or whatever. And so you're going to tell the name and relationship, which would be Toby's aunt with heart disease, the associated complications in the first pedigree scenario, and that's on slide 61. So you're going to find that there, identify the ages of the onset of the disease for each, and identify the presence or absence of risk factors in relatives with heart disease. So then if we go back to, let me see if I can get to slide Here it is. Let me see if I can get to slide 61. I can't see the slide number on this. There they are, 55. Okay, so you see right here, it starts talking about Toby's family here, and so you'll know when you're in that case, and so you get the information from there. So like right here, you'll see just more information, and then you see the genogram or the pedigree that's here, and it gives you information about Toby's family right here. And then you see right here, this is I'm looking to see if it's the same one. So you've still got Toby's family right here, slide 63. And so you're looking at one pedigree and then you're looking at another. So like, when it says pedigree 1 and pedigree 2, you've got one right here and you got one right here. Is what it's talking about. And so when you're looking at that, just answer the questions that it's asking for you to answer there. Let me see if I can minimize this again. So it says, here again, you've got another question. Then you move on to question. It says first pedigrees on 61, second pedigrees on 62. So it'll ask you different questions based on the slide number there. And then here at the bottom, you're going to have to look some of this up because it says search the internet and find a physician, counselor, or clinic that provides genetic evaluations or service closest to your area. So you're going to answer that information for you for your certain area, so wherever you're living. And then you're going to identify genetic red flags that are important in interpreting a health history and list at least 5 of those. That doesn't necessarily have to be just related to cardiac. It could be any or cancer, whatever it is. It doesn't have to be just that, but what are some red flags that you can identify that lets you know you've got genetic abnormalities going on? And then what's the significant role of the APHN in this scenario? Why is this role important? Think about the sub-roles that are related to the APHN. And then how could the APHN genetic knowledge and competency impact this scenario positively and negatively? You can answer the questions directly onto this sheet, but type into that and then save it. Be sure that, you answer the question thoroughly and that you've explained, all about the relatives and things like that. Put your name in here and then save it, submit it into the submission. You only do one of the assignments. You are not required to, one of the case studies. You're not required to do both. So if you want to choose heart disease, you do not complete the cancer one. If you want to do the cancer one, do not complete the heart disease one. So I hope that you will use these resources and answer the questions there. I hope you'll learn something through this about genetics and genomics and as part of the competency of an advanced population health nurse, because these are really important topics for you to know about and help your population with.